Greetings, Lucas Widman here. It is Monday, November 17th, live in the TMZ Newsroom for another edition of TMZ Sports. It is, I say this a lot, but I really mean it today, an action-packed show for you guys. Gonna kick things off with Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua being official. Can't please everybody. Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua is for real, and it is happening December 19th. We're going to break it down and give you guys everything that you need to know about that fight with just 32 days away from them entering the ring. So it's really exciting. Then we're going to also talk about NFL Spitgate, Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey getting into it all game yesterday, and it ending with Ramsey getting ejected, but is Jamar Chase to blame? We'll get into that for you guys as well. And then going to, among other stories, we're also going to weigh in on Shedeur Sanders' debut for the Cleveland Browns. Not great, but all the reactions you're going to hear from Shedeur himself as well. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I got to get this off my chest right now. I went to a place called the Chowder Barge on Sunday. We were watching NFL football there, but it's a place south of Long Beach, and I had a cheeseburger doused in chowder. And it was some of the best chowder I ever had in my life. And then you add a cheeseburger on top of it. It was just fantastic.
That does sound, I would try that. I don't know.
What is it? I wasn't listening.
A cheeseburger doused in chowder.
What kind of chowder?
I don't know, just a chowder.
Like a chowder is always has got to have like a clam in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Manhattan clam chowder or Boston?
I'm going to guess Boston.
Okay. Okay. I've never had chowder before.
I just didn't know it was there was levels
How do you
to
make it?
I didn't know there was levels to it either, but I love a good clam chowder.
Oh, yeah,
so
there is levels, too.
But that doesn't sound
And
like...
it was the weather for it.
Yeah, Sunday was a rainy kind of... That's like... I feel like that would be good. I don't know. I'm hesitant on that, but I feel like it could be good.
Okay, we can use our actual voices now. He, as in Harvey, was recording something, and I didn't want to mess it up. But yeah, it's Monday vibes.
Yeah, so here's the thing. New England clam chowder is thick and creamy.
Okay.
And Manhattan clam chowder is tomato-based. So was it red or was it?
Oh, it was definitely New England. Though.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
Nice.
Pats.
Go Pats.
What's
So
You're getting a lot of love for your Snoopy cup.
really?
Amanda
my name
says
on
that Amanda's calling out Snoopy, and Brienne saying that she loves the cup.
That's great.
How do you make this?
Don't.
Would that be something up your alley?
Potatoes.
As someone who is super
No,
picky?
no. No way.
You wouldn't have any clams.
There's no way.
Check this out.
I could never.
You couldn't have a clam.
I don't think I could do it.
Check this out, gentlemen.
I don't think I could do it. Oh, Lucas made us. Speaking of soup.
Would you ever have
He
an
made soup.
escargot? Some escargot?
No.
French
No?
onion
That's-
soup.
No
that's-
escargot.
Even just stuffed with
I
butter.
like snails.
Oh, so
I
good,
honestly
man.
used to work at a restaurant that served escargot.
That
And it
actually
didn't
looks
smell
really-
bad.
See, that looks like like a biscuits and gravy kind of situation.
Wait, see, weird. Is there a bun in there?
It's a whole burger in there.
But with the bun?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you show? Maybe you should show the people so they can see.
Jason, you're right, man. There's none left here.
No, man. Listen, clam chowder is.
It's not one of the manliest things you can talk about.
Just talking about sports all day gets
Didn't
boring,
you make?
you know?
Didn't you make new French onion soup this weekend?
I have that too.
Oh,
Let's see. Let me see how your French onion soup looks. I'm a little skeptical on the French onion soup.
pretty good. Pretty good.
No,
Yeah.
that's not it.
French onion soup. That's exactly how it always looks.
What is that?
Yeah. You put little pieces of baguette in there, and then some cheese.
Yeah.
Some cheese I can't pronounce, and boom. Boom.
There's no broth. There's no liquid.
Yes, there is underneath all that.
Amanda Madison is on camera today.
Hi, soup spoon.
Helping us out.
Soup spoon.
Joe, welcome back.
Soup
2
spoon.
words, welcome back.
2 words.
Brienne, chowder. Yep, that's some chowder.
Chowder.
That's given me like a biscuits and gravy kind of vibe looking at that.
It kind of was like that, yeah.
It kind of like,
Especially with the bun being in there.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Fantastic.
That actually looks,
I was
that
on
sounds.
cloud
So you knife and fork it.
Yeah.
See, because in my mind I was thinking like you just had a regular burger with like a little chowder in there, and I'm
Yeah,
like, that could
That's
be.
what I thought it was going to be at first. That it
Right.
was
So
gonna
maybe
be
on
a-
like in between on top.
Can
of
we
the
get
burger.
Connor Green? Connor Green? Because
Someone didn't guess.
I got to give
Connor
him
Green was
credit for
there?
it. He's the reason why we did this. He's
Really?
been talking about it for.
The chowder bar.
The chowder bar.
What about it?
Speak.
The Chowder Barge is
Oh, barge.
it's a barge. It's Los Angeles' only floating restaurant. It's located in beautiful Wilmington, California. I recommend the Fisherman's Platter. Then we watched Sanders bloat for the Browns right after, and it was great. I don't watch football, so I had a great time.
Connor tucked me and Jim into his sectional with these really
Oh,
comfortable.
dude, Jim was conked out. Every time Jim comes to my house, he is like sound asleep.
Really?
Yeah, every time. It's the most
You
adorable
got a
thing.
comfortable place.
What can I say?
when
last time
Connor
it happened,
Hurley's
Yeah,
on.
Chowder Barge, mention my name, get a free tartar sauce.
It's Heinz 57.
See, okay, I'm hot take maybe. I don't know if you're like more of a seafood. I don't think you've probably ever even had it, but I hate tartar sauce. I think
Never
tartar
had
sauce,
tartar
is,
sauce.
is bad.
Never had tartar sauce.
Because I love like fish and chips, but then it's like, give me something better on the side than tartar sauce. You get a good curry on the side of fish and chips. That's what's up.
I never tried that.
There was a fish and chip place in Denver, GB Fish and Chips. Shout out. And one of the sides you get was like a little like green curry, and you just dip the fish in the curry, and it was really good because it's a curry is super big over there. So
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to test that out.
Joe said for $50 million, would you fight Jake Paul, Babcock?
Absolutely, Joe. Yes. For 50 million? Wait, Jake or Anthony Joshua, would you say?
Jake.
I'd fight both at the same time for that much money. 100%. No question.
Even though you guys are like best friends.
I love Jake Paul.
You talk to him
More than
he talks
his
to
mom.
his
That's what he
mom.
said. What can I say?
Okay, would you?
We had our Ryan Garcia wanted to come to our party. Speaking of Anthony, Jake Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd have been pretty fun.
That's what he said.
Is he allowed to?
He may be banned from that
That's why I'm thinking he.
hotel where we had the party. He said no
Susie.
invite is crazy. That was Ryan Garcia. But yeah, no, I would absolutely fight him for that much money.
Huh?
You take one shot and go down, and then that's it. You're not gonna.
But what if there's like you get like some damage? Like you're just not you're a little bit off from that point on.
I mean, if I was gonna get brain damage, then no.
But just like not even like
yeah.
but someone's a little off after. Maybe your hair
permanently?
doesn't part the same way anymore after that.
Forever?
Yeah, forever.
I don't know. Yeah, I would still do it.
Susie, you won headlines, but you don't know how to claim it. I don't actually either, to be honest with you. But we can. I'm sure if you join tomorrow, I think that might be your shirt actually, that they're signing going around. So maybe they probably know it's you. They'll probably reach out to you at some point. Is what I would assume.
Who won today?
Susie. Susie, shout out Susie.
Shouts out.
That may be it, Susie. Look, you can see Charles signing it right now.
Oh, and Charles, I'll put all the links you sent me into our chat today. Yeah, guys, if you guys want to support Jamaica and some of the people that Charles knows out there.
I know through years of many years, decades now, of covering news and how things work. Obviously, right after something happens, there's a lot of attention, and then it sort of fades, and it's just the natural news cycle. But the people who were affected are still there trying to put their lives together. So just trying to keep it on people's radar. If they can donate, it's greatly appreciated. I know that from people there on the island. So so we're going to put up those links if you are interested. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if any of you guys
By the
have
way, you guys also noticed Luke is not talking as much shit about the Jets today because he understands that would be kind of rude now, considering that we're dealing with a man who, is fighting for his life.
That's true.
Now, do you want to go ahead and keep trashing the Jets? You see what happens when you trash the Jets?
I was actually just congratulating Charles earlier about the newfound success that the Jets will now have with starting quarterback Tyrod Taylor, as opposed to Justin Fields, who had negative 10 yards in a game. So I think you can see the excitement on Charles's face for the Tyrod Taylor era. It's and you know, it's
Wow.
he's very excited.
Wow. Still going in. Okay. Zero sensitivity. Cool. Duly noted. Thanks, Luca.
Very sensitive to the fact that's a story that we posted on our website earlier about a former Jets player, or current Jets player.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that actually.
Yeah, we'll talk
show.
more about that later into the show. It's a pretty crazy story, but I'm just giving Charles a hard time about the Jets. Okay, it's never, you know.
They got a new quarterback.
They did. He's a stunner.
That is. We just have to mention the event, and we can talk to him about anything we want. Yeah. Talking about the Eagles, talking about the play call last.
I put up some stuff and had
call.
people. We have a few questions from like our followers and stuff for it.
Yeah. Okay. All that is.
You might as well say who we're talking about.
Yeah. I think we're gonna hear from LaShawn McCoy in about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll talk to LaShawn McCoy, and we can
5-0.
We can talk to him about that crazy pass interference call last night, and a bunch of other stuff we want to talk to him about. Okay, let's try and get some of this stuff done because we want to be done by 2 o'clock so we can talk to LaShawn. We will start with Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, so Babcock, we cut 2 sound bites here. You could do them both.
Okay.
First one, you're both with Nikisa, who's the CEO of Most Valuable Promotions.
Okay.
And then the first one is, what do you say to the people who think Jake is out of his mind for getting in there against a 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion? And then the second one, it wasn't just Anthony Joshua willing to take this fight.
There were other big boxers.
Names. Exactly.
Yeah. Jose, what are you doing? Jose's still working. All right, Jose's ready. I don't ever want to rush him. I want to let him do his thing. Hey. Did you get your vodka on the rocks?
Oh, yes, of course.
It was good?
I enjoy it very much.
You enjoyed it very
and I want
much.
to have one more, okay?
One more?
Oh, yes.
You only had one?
Only one this time. But next time, going to be
Next
2
weekend.
or 3.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
That's the way.
What about you?
I didn't know, no drinks.
No drinks? Why not?
No,
Next time, probably?
next weekend, yeah.
Okay, next
Yeah,
weekend.
next weekend.
All right,
Yeah.
so
you had a good weekend, everything was good.
Everything
was
is
good.
great, but I want to
Good.
be crazy so soon.
Soon, okay. All right, we're going to get crazy this weekend.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
for a week, I want
Yeah.
to be so crazy.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I want to
Okay.
be crazy.
All right, that
More
sounds
than
good.
I am now.
More. We love Jose. Jake Paul. Yeah, let's do it. December 19th? Just me and Lucas got it. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. Well, Jake Paul has been criticized over the years for the opponents that he picks to box. I'm not sure there's anything that anybody can say now because on December 19th, Jake Paul, the problem child, is fighting former Olympic gold medalist and multiple-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua in a professional boxing match in Miami, live on Netflix. It's obviously something, Lucas, that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, especially since Jake Paul and Tank Davis, since that fight fell apart. So you've got a guy in Jake Paul who was preparing to fight somebody who was like 5'5", 150 pounds. Now he's going to fight a guy who is a foot, 12, 13 inches taller and 100 pounds heavier in Anthony Joshua. It's a absolutely wild matchup. Now, along that line, Lucas, you've got a lot of people out there, a lot of Jake Paul detractors who feel like he is just going to get in there and get slaughtered. He's going to get destroyed. I had an opportunity a little bit earlier today to speak with the CEO of Most Valuable Promotions. That is Jake Paul's promotions, the organization that he puts on all of these fights through. So this guy is intimately familiar with Jake Paul and with Jake Paul's career and Jake Paul's thinking heading into this fight. I asked Nikisa, I said, hey, what do you say to the people who think that Jake Paul is just going to get destroyed?
I would say it's a dangerous fight for Jake, but it's a more winnable fight for Jake than Gervonta Davis. And I say that in terms of, yes, Tank is a much smaller man, but he's quick, he's fast, he's precise, he's super skilled, and he had knockout power. Yeah. AJ is big, strong, and has knockout power, but he's definitely slower than Tank. He's definitely less skilled than Tank. And so it will give Jake, the boxer, who's been in the sport a lot less than Joshua, the opportunity to display a better skill set than he would have against Tank from my perspective. But he could have caught Tank and knocked him out, just like Joshua can catch Jake and knock him out.
It's interesting because he says it's an easier fight but more dangerous, meaning that he is more apt to being knocked out, but also easier for him to actually beat Anthony Joshua.
He's really relying on that speed difference with Joshua and Tank Davis. And, look, everyone keeps doubting Jake Paul, and I used to be a Jake Paul doubter, but look, if they think that this really makes sense, that this will be still a very challenging fight, but honestly moving more toward Jake's direction as far as where he could kind of get a little sliver of hope in actually getting a win in this thing, then I guess I do kind of see that. But this is still Anthony Joshua, and, you go down the list, always talking about Jake Paul opponents. An MMA fighter, out of his prime, old. Anthony Joshua is none of that. So we will actually finally see what Jake Paul can do, but this is a guy who, is taking just 32 days notice from when they actually announce the fight to when they're going to enter the ring. This is a serious, dangerous fight for Jake Paul.
Yeah, I mean, there is no room for anyone to criticize Jake Paul anymore at this point. I get it. You want to criticize Mike Tyson being 58 years old. I understand. Fighting Kamaru Usman, who, sure, is a champion, but he's an MMA champion. I get all that. Anthony Joshua he's only 36 years old. There was a time when people thought he was absolutely the most dangerous heavyweight fighter in the world, and really an all-time great heavyweight fighter. Again, he's been a heavyweight champion multiple times throughout his career. There's just nothing you can say about this. I think, if anything, you could probably say Jake Paul is bitten off way more here than he can chew. But we're going to find out come December 19th when this thing is going to go down on Netflix. Remember, you had Jake Paul, speaking of Jake and Mike Tyson. That fight did 120 or so million people, Lucas. I don't know if this fight surpasses that numbers-wise, but I think you're going to have 50, 60 million people who tune in. Undoubtedly, you're going to have a lot of people who want to see Jake Paul lose, but they're going to watch, bottom line. Now, before we move on, Lucas, Jake chose to fight Anthony Joshua here, but it does not mean that that's the only big name that was on the table. As a matter of fact, Nikisa revealed as much, and there was another guy who might be the top pound-for-pound fighter in the entire sport right now who also wanted to fight Jake, at least according to Nikisa.
As soon as we knew we were going to move away from Gervonta Davis, we had a list of opponents, and the three names Jake gravitated towards were Ryan Garcia, Terrence Crawford, and Anthony Joshua. And there were probably 30 fighters who accepted to fight Jake, AJ being one of them, Crawford being another, and AJ is the one that we came to an agreement on.
But so Crawford said he would actually do it, Nikisa?
Yes, 100%.
I mean, that right there alone is big news, Lucas. Obviously, Terrence just comes off beating Canelo Alvarez, and it seemed like Bud wasn't interested in the fight, but Nikisa says something very different.
It's really interesting, especially when we didn't know if Bud was ever going to fight again, period, let alone take on a spectacle like a Jake Paul fight, that always is. But I don't know. I think when it comes to Anthony Joshua, I mean, Ryan Garcia would have been super entertaining for all the antics and everything that goes into his kind of fights. But I think when we're talking about Jake Paul, the boxer, this is the absolute fight that you can make for him to start being taken seriously. And I'm not saying, I am saying that Jake Paul is going to win, but I'm not.
Well,
I'm going to get in trouble for that. But
No.
if Jake goes the distance with Anthony Joshua and he doesn't get knocked out in embarrassing fashion, people are going to have to respect that, even if he doesn't get the win.
Yeah, I'm not much into moral victories. In this case, I do think if Jake Paul is standing after, I think it's an 8-round fight, I want to say. I think that's what Nikita told me. If Jake Paul is still standing and doesn't get knocked out here, I think I'm willing to accept a moral victory here because the guy's just so much bigger, so much more experienced, and he's still arguably in his prime. We're going to find out. December 19th, 32 days away. Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
Oh. I did mean it. Whoops. Kamaru Usman, somebody who, by the way, although I don't know if he's past at this point fighting MMA fighters now. If you fight Anthony Joshua, it's kind of strange to go backwards and fight an MMA fighter. Okay, just say Tyron's name, Steve. Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley. Three times, same way.
Tyron
T.
Woodley.
Wood. Yeah.
Woody.
I got my welterweight stars mixed up there. We talked about it. We talked to Eddie Hearn, AJ's promoter. I still never thought that he was actually going to take this fight.
Anthony Joshua?
I thought Joshua would.
Oh,
I
are you
didn't think
saying
that
Tyron
Jake would.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jake, yeah.
Yeah. It's also, I think for Francis Ngannou, an all-time fumbling of the bag here because.
Well, if whatever Jake Paul tweeted has any validity to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, people always say they're above fighting Jake Paul and the Jake Paul circus, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And then they're presented the offer.
Yeah.
But Francis was presented the offer, and he still said no, which is
Here's
crazy.
the thing I don't get, and I really like Francis Ngannou as a fighter, and so much fun to watch, and I think he's a nice guy. Every time I've talked to him, he's been incredibly nice. I don't understand the notion that Francis thinks he's above taking this fight. Like, Francis, you're an MMA fighter who is boxing now.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Francis Ngannou fought Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua knocked him out. He knocked him down 3 times, and he ended the fight in the second round. So I don't know. If it's not above Anthony Joshua, who is a boxer, an Olympic gold medalist, is a 2-time heavyweight champion, if it's not above him to take the fight, then I certainly don't think it should have been above Francis's.
I mean, I
don't get it.
If Jake Paul, you know, is like we've talked about, is even able to go the distance and make it to decision and still loses, it legitimizes so much more about him, I feel like, as well as like and it kind of does, at that point, to your point, make it seem a lot more stupid for Ngannou to not have taken the fight, you know, especially in
I think so.
But
Does he have
bonkers
gout?
because no one has ever had so much expectations on them than Jake Paul so early in their boxing career. And yes, part of that is due to his big mouth, but he knows how to sell a fight.
Yeah.
He knows how to believe in himself. A lot of the way he's talking about, I'm going to be a world champion, I'm going to beat Canelo Alvarez, all that, that's just manifestation. And people are taught that all the time, that that's how you should live your life.
Yeah, speaking
So
of
don't look at Jake Paul and be like, who's this loudmouth, you know, going about that? He's just setting goals for
he has
himself.
enormous belief in himself.
Yeah.
I think even if you don't like the guy, and I think he is playing a character, and I understand why he might rub people the wrong way. I don't think that's really him. That's not
when
my,
you
my
actually
experience.
talk to him, you
No,
talk
he's
to
a
someone
regular
completely
guy.
different.
I like Jake. I'll admit wholeheartedly. I am a Jake Paul fan. I like Jake Paul a lot. I think it's a character that he plays. It's not the actual Jake Paul that you see on, especially not on those YouTube videos. That was definitely a character.
Yeah.
But you heard Nikisa say there's 30 fighters, and I don't think we're talking about no-name fighters here. I think we're talking about big-name fighters, big-name opponents who wanted this fight because they know nothing's going to get you the attention like a Jake Paul fight, and nothing's going to get you that payday like a Jake Paul fight. And that's, money and popularity is what you want.
The wild thing is that even applies to Bud, who is, like you said, the pound for pound greatest boxer right now.
Yeah.
But he, no matter who he goes up against, it's not going to bring in the same buzz as Jake Paul.
No, and he just fought Canelo Alvarez. Think of that.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was a payday.
Think of that. That was a heck of a big payday.
Well, which is why that fight, I feel like, now that I'm like looking back on this Jake Paul tweet, which if you don't know, Jake Paul tweeted something where he said, "Stop asking $267 million."
Yeah.
And a lot of people are speculating that that's referring to the payday potentially between the two parties.
I saw it as a 6-7.
Oh, that's another good take. 267.
This was funny too. Did you see Joshua? What he said?
What is that? Oh, he's loco, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, after the Crawford fight, the both of them raking in around $100 million.
Yeah.
Is it really that inconceivable to
Right.
say that they get
Hey, look.
130?
Right. No,
You know?
I guess it's not.
You said Joshua fought this year. Who'd he fight?
He lost, and he was contending.
I thought he only fought in
Was
September.
Usyk not this year? I don't know. Let me look.
Why do you think, in your
Where's my
opinion,
phone?
why do you think he opted to fight Joshua instead? If Woodley, or not if Woodley, if Crawford said yes to fighting, 3 inches on him.
Yeah, I actually buy into what
inches on him.
I buy what Nikisa said there a bit, that in a boxing match, there's no way that Jake Paul is going to beat Terrence Crawford. He's going to, I would imagine, have a speed advantage against Anthony Joshua. I'm not saying I think he's going to win, but I do think there might be a path to somehow outbox him. As it all sounds crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it all sounds crazy.
I mean, anybody can talk yourself into anything at this point with it. I mean, and especially to switch completely switch your target from a guy who's 5'6", 5'5", 5'6".
Guys,
Yeah. No?
go ahead.
Oh,
Were you right?
Yeah, you big dogged me on
sorry.
TMZ Live. You're like, he did fight this.
5'5",
Or
5'6" to go to a guy who's 6'4".
Yeah.
Is
You
like
didn't know, I think he's like 6'6".
Yeah, 6'6". I mean, in a month span to completely change how you're training.
Right.
Then to go and do it. I mean, I could see it if originally he was in training camp the entire time going
for a
into
big
fighting.
dude.
Going into fight Anthony Joshua. But now it's
I
like
agree.
that's the part that's crazy to me. It's like you didn't even give yourself the time to put it into the new year at least.
I think the weight limit was like 199 maybe on somewhere around there. I think it was south of 200 pounds max for this fight. Jake Paul weighed, I think he weighed 227, 228 pounds against Mike Tyson. AJ always weighs 250, 251.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Jake's going to now try and gain some weight, but I think you also want to be careful. And he wants to have a speed advantage. You don't want to put on too much weight and slow yourself down.
It's just a hard one. 'Cause it's like then if you get one right hook, you're probably going
yeah,
down. Like,
right. That's true. You want to have some weight so you can take a punch.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is just because you could at 220 or whatever fight Tank and just absorb punches,
Right,
but
exactly.
this way it's definitely not going to be that easy. But that's an interesting point that he thought that his guy thought that Jake had a lesser chance against Tank Davis than he did against
Anthony Joshua. Right. Conventional wisdom says that makes no sense, but I actually understand what Nikisa is saying. More risk of getting knocked out, better chance to win the fight, actually. Okay, so let's move on, because I want to make sure we're done for Shady. Let's move on to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, Jalen Ramsey, Spitgate. Okay, fourth quarter.
Yeah, Babcock, it's all one clip of what unfolded.
So it's the incident, Steve, and then does it go to Jamar
correct.
after?
It goes into both of them after the game.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so we tossed it out early in case anyone hasn't seen it, right?
Exactly.
And then Lucas and I come back and talk about it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Lucas, are you in the beginning?
You can if you want to. You can. Yeah, you can just whatever you want. Stand next to me. Welcome back. Nope. Oh, it might be welcome back? Okay, I just won't say anything. Okay. All right, let's talk Spitgate. Well, maybe it's not the biggest controversy in the NFL after the way that Eagles game ended last night against the Lions, but it has certainly got a lot of people around the NFL talking because the Steelers and the Bengals, rivals, played each other yesterday, Lucas. And, well, the Steelers won the game going away 34-12. Obviously, it's been a disastrous season in Cincinnati. But everyone's talking about what happened between two of the team's biggest stars, Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey. So you know how it goes with Jalen Ramsey, right? I mean, there's a lot of trash talk. Jamar Chase is not the first guy who has let Jalen Ramsey get under their skin. Well, it's what happened as these two were jawing back and forth yesterday, Lucas, in the fourth quarter that has a lot of people thinking that, well, Jamar Chase could soon be suspended by the NFL because he may have spit and I say may, I'm pretty confident we know what happened here, that he may have spit in Jalen Ramsey's face. If you haven't seen this, we'll show you the play here, and then we're actually going to hear from not just Jamar, but also Jalen post-game, and then we'll come back and discuss.
Foul. Defense number 5.
Well, that is a first down.
Number 5 has been disqualified for throwing a punch.
At the top of the screen, watch here. You're going to see Ramsey. He takes the left hand, throws a punch to the face mask, but then rips at the face mask. Ultimately, Jamar Chase's helmet comes off. The official was right there, saw the whole thing.
Yeah, he was right on top of it.
We don't know what happened before that.
He spit on me, so it's up. I don't give about football after that, respectfully. I'm always going to be all for trash talking stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that.
He was saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
What do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin.
Just to be clear, you did not spit on him at all, right? That's what he's saying.
I ain't spit on nobody.
All right, well, we will show you, because there is another angle, too, where Lucas, he spit on him. I don't know what else to say. It's clear as day on video, Lucas.
Yeah, I think Jamar Chase got caught in a lie here, and I don't know if he knew that this angle existed, but I was telling people earlier today as we're writing up this story, it looks cartoonish. That is so much spit, you know, like
it was like,
and that's something that Jamar Chase is getting called out for on Monday and late Sunday night. People are saying that's one step too far. You know, you can trash talk all you want, you can get under each other's skin. That's one thing, but then when you spit, that's disrespectful. That's way above the game. And a lot of people are saying, look, what Jalen Ramsey did, that's justified, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's unfortunate for Jalen, and I don't blame him reacting like that. Look, is it wise to punch someone with a helmet? No, because you hurt yourself. But I don't. That's the most disrespectful thing you could do to somebody in my mind, or one of the most, at least. And I don't blame Jalen Ramsey for reacting the way he did. I actually feel bad for him that he got thrown out of the game, and obviously Jamar Chase was allowed to continue. I do believe, Lucas, and the NFL's got a rule: if you spit in someone's face, you get dinged a game. You're going to sit down for a game. And as a matter of fact, who was it? Jalen Carter earlier in the year. Yeah. Speaking of the Eagles, when before the game even started against the Cowboys, he spit in Dak Prescott's direction, and he got tossed out of that game. So I think there's going to be a penalty to pay here for Jamar Chase, and I think there should be. I don't know why he's telling the story that he's telling. I don't know if he's trying to save his ass and doesn't understand that there is a pretty clear angle of this, but it seems pretty evident to me that he's lying.
I think this all gets sorted out.
How?
Like, the NFL will...
Well, he should probably admit to it once. Right? I mean...
And that could come in an Instagram story, or he just...
Yeah, or say he didn't know.
That he didn't, or like...
Yeah. I'm not trying to come up with a lie for him, but he didn't
people
realize...
do actually spit when they talk.
Right. The only thing I would say is that... Right. It was like... That thing was like... Did you see that come out? Yeah, it was a loogie. It wasn't a little.
Like, you clear your throat a little bit. And...
Right. Sometimes you're talking a little spit. You're like, oh shoot.
It happens to you all the
time.
time.
I spit a lie. I get talking a lot. But it was like
at least Jalen Carter is a diplomatic, good guy. He admitted to it. He stood on it.
He didn't lie. Right. If you're gonna spit, just stand by it. I think. Look, they're great players, and that's a great matchup. That's like as good as matchup as you could ever want, right?
Oh yeah.
But.
And Jamar he didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
I lost my fantasy game this week by 10 points.
What
and
you
he
have
put up
Jamar
like
Chase?
6 points.
Ooh.
He was getting locked up by this safety version of Jalen Ramsey.
Tough when that happens.
My week was over after Thursday Night Football.
What happened?
Already?
I was playing against Henderson.
When you don't even make it to the weekend, that's not good.
Against Henderson, and I was like, so everyone has to have perfect games. ASB did not.
Yep.
Drake May only got me 17 on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, it was the Travion Henderson show.
And yeah, my third loss of the season. I'm human.
I'm struggling too.
This has been. I feel like in most fantasy leagues, I've looked like my friends. Like nobody's doing well. There's very few guys that are like 7-1.
Really?
Or like It's a lot of like guys that are like 3 or 4 games over 500, like one
Really,
game over
just
500.
Parity, it's good.
Joe, spitting is not tolerable. Yep, it is not. In the
Yeah.
NFL, they do not. I mean, I think also just in life, that's a
you
probably
can't
a good rule
spit
of thumb.
on people. You can't spit on people.
Yeah, no, like
Come
even
on.
like getting like spitting at somebody's feet. That's like
that's
like a very hostile action.
Right. Was Jalen Carter's at
Jalen
spitting at
Carter was
someone's
like
feet?
at his like it was at Dak's like collar. It wasn't like
Okay.
at his face, but he just kind of like went up to him and just kind of like put his head down. And Jalen Carter's a lot bigger than Dak, so it kind of like was angled towards his head, but it was like right under his collar. He wasn't spitting at his face, but this one was definitely like face to face. Like he
so
definitely
nasty.
got it's disgusting.
So nasty. Oh, Dylan's here.
Ooh,
Dylan.
Dill.
Look at that. Dylan's entrance. Woo, woo.
Let's go, Dylan.
Not quite Jose.
Yeah,
but,
right.
I'll take it. How we doing? Happy
We're
Monday,
doing great.
everybody.
How'd you like the card? How was 322?
Oh man, it was great. Lived up to it. Watched 4
great.
o'clock on. Yeah. It was
Oh,
great.
you were there whole.
Yeah.
Dylan's like a real legit fan.
I am.
The guy, prelims and everything.
Definitely not as boring as the Eagles game, that's for sure, man. Golly.
No, that main card was boring. That main card was boring.
Three first-round knockouts, dude.
Not the main card. The main event was
Okay.
the main events were boring.
Well, a lot of
but
people.
the main card was really entertaining.
Sure, yeah.
Those, starting with the Bo Nickel fight on
that was crazy.
What a way to get going, man. That's
those
how I
were.
wanna do it.
Who was the first in the main card? The first fight?
Was that Benoit Saint Denis?
Oh, yeah.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy knockout.
Yeah. Protest was a good knockout.
Protest was a good one.
What?
Update.
Oh.
Bengals receiver Jamar Chase has been suspended.
Ooh.
He denied spitting on Ramsey, but the league determined the video evidence was sufficient to warrant a suspension.
Ooh, does the denial make him
There you
more
go.
in trouble?
People were saying that
My mom's book would say you lied about it. You should be in trouble for that
A little bit
too.
more, right?
I saw
clear
somebody
as
on
day.
like Twitter say that he should get a second suspension just for saying he didn't do it.
Right, yeah.
And also how
2
bad of a
games.
lie it was. Like,
Right.
it's like you acting like you couldn't go and see the footage of like him doing it in
Right.
4 different angles,
He must not have known that footage existed. Steve, let me ask you this. With all of that said, are we okay?
Yeah, I think we'll bring it back when we do
Okay.
the other NFL
Okay.
segment. We'll
Got it.
update it earlier in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
But next we'll do UFC with you and our Theo Vaughn.
Okay.
Dylan Berry.
Nice. Nice.
So first one was.
Yeah, we'll come in with Islam winning.
Gotcha.
The winner.
Okay.
And then you guys could talk about the fight.
Okay.
That's how the night ended, but earlier on in the pay-per-view, and it'll be just B-roll of Dylan Dennis getting into it in the stands.
Okay.
And then we talk to Ali Abdelaziz, who's the manager for Islam, and
But it's
all
not
the
done.
Team Khabib guys, and he weighed in on.
Okay, do you want us to do some fight talk first?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Okay, got it.
You want me to start in?
Joe Mojo is in Asia currently.
Whoa.
Traveling the globe.
Shout out
World
Mojo.
traveler
What up,
while
chat?
we're
How
here.
we doing, chat?
Where in the world?
Smash that like button, subscribe.
Where in the world is-
We're here on YouTube. Go share this. Put it on your social media right now. Put it on your Twitter. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your X.
What else?
Your Truth Social.
Your Truth Social.
We'll put it on your Truth
Wow,
Social.
when you say that to me,
I
Dylan,
didn't know
no.
Lucas. Lucas too.
Big Trump guy here. Sorry. Big Trump.
Yeah, put it everywhere. So glad
yeah.
you're here.
MySpace.
Anyways, MySpace.
Does MySpace actually exist or no?
I don't know. Luca, do you know about MySpace?
Yeah, right. Luca wasn't even
Dude,
alive.
MySpace tried to
when
make a
MySpace-
comeback when I was in college.
born like with an iPad on my hands, man. Like,
You were. I think you
Little
had it
iPad
on
baby
now.
over
I
here.
didn't have the iPhone. Didn't I was alive before the iPhone.
Whoa.
Okay.
Dude,
Luca
nice.
was alive before the
That's
iPhone.
sick. No, that's sick. That is cool. What about the BlackBerry?
Here's the thing. I worked in
my
a
mom had a BlackBerry. I
bar.
remember playing Tetris on my mom's BlackBerry when I was a kid.
My
It was
mom
lit.
had a BlackBerry. I
was
worked in a
awesome.
bar. I'm old enough that I worked in a literal bar when the iPhone came out. So
All right, you ready to do some UFC?
pretty bummer. Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, I guess the first thing is
Okay,
gonna
so
be
in
sound
with
on the way in.
got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
back to TMZ Sports, Babcock and Dylan. There it was, Dylan. That was the moment that it was just pure domination as Islam Makhachev just thrashes 5 rounds, 5 dominant rounds. Jack Della Maddalena. His reign as the welterweight champion was short-lived. It was a couple of months long, and then he runs into Islam, and again, he could not stop the takedown. There was nothing that he could do with Islam, and just pure and utter domination from the first bell until the 5th and closing bell of this fight.
Yeah.
Never stood a chance.
Absolutely. Double champ status for Islam. This is crazy.
Right.
I mean, this is what we were all kind of thinking would happen. Of course, Jack Della has the spark. He's got the pop, but it was just too much dominance from Islam Makhachev. Right. You had Khabib in the corner. I love Khabib putting on the 2 belts. Too.
I love that. Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Dana getting ready to put on 2 belts. Nah, Khabib comes up, grabs it, and says, I'm putting it on my boy.
Right.
Amazing moment. Amazing card at 322.
It was a great card. I mean, even from Bo Nickel as the kind of the featured fight on the prelims. I mean, from that head kick knockout and then Ben Washington. I mean, just there were great knockouts, and then Valentina Shevchenko just dominates Wei Li. She's too small for that division, and you might not like the way that Islam fights. You may think that his fights aren't exactly the most exciting, but dude, find me somebody more dominant in this sport. I don't think they exist right now.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw a photo. It was Jack Della before round 1 and before round 5, and you just see there's no life in Jack's eyes because Islam's trying
it's right. I've never seen that from him before. He just, you could see it on his face that he knew he had no chance. And look, he's fought other guys who like to go for the takedown and are good grapplers. I mean, Bilal Muhammad being one of them as he beats Bilal for the title. And this is different. It's just different levels. And again, he stood no chance. And we'll see where he goes from here. He's still a young guy. But
looks great at 170. So many 170 guys we could see. We talked about Kamaru last week. Prates got a big win this week.
There's a lot of good young talent in
man,
that.
Like 170. If he's staying there, it's going to be a great division.
It really is. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if he would even consider going up to 185. I would not put anything past Islam. And maybe he ultimately, maybe it's not Alex Pereira, maybe he's the first guy to be a champion in 3 divisions. He's now one of 11 to be a double champ. Now, Dylan, this was not the only fight.
For this team.
They were involved in fights in the octagon, also outside of the octagon. Dylan Dennis, you all very familiar with Dylan Dennis. He is a guy who one time was very close to Conor McGregor. Unclear what the nature of their relationship is these days. But Dylan was at the fight, and there was watch this here, Dylan. There is a brawl, a big brawl involving Khabib and Islam's guys, his team. And Dylan Dennis, and they were just going at it.
Because like Dylan Dennis has ties back to when McGregor and Khabib's team. Remember that?
That
fight ended in a crazy brawl. And
Here
Dylan
it is.
Dennis was involved in this. This shook the sports world when this was going down.
Right. It's your point, Dylan. When Khabib jumps over that octagon fence there, he's going after Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
And now there's Dylan Dennis, and now you fast forward years, and Dylan Dennis strolls into MSG, and something happened. It's not exactly clear what yet. What was said, what was done. Something happened, and they were exchanging punches. This was not just some ugly words being exchanged. This was a full-blown fight, and everybody was kicked out. They were all kicked out. And there's Dylan Dennis, a little worse for wear.
Dana gave him the old lifetime ban. No more Dylan Dennis at UFC events ever again.
Yeah,
Absolutely nuts.
I'll tell you what. I talked to Dylan Dennis a few months ago, and he said his goal was to get signed by the UFC.
Ooh.
I don't know that there was a chance of that happening before, but I think now, yeah. Sorry, Dylan. Oh
yeah, Ali.
I knew there was sound. I couldn't remember what it was, though. All right, so just, I guess, somewhere earlier in here. Now, here's the thing that's interesting about this fight. You obviously can see that the bad blood between the teams, and Dylan Dennis specifically, has lasted for years. We talked to Ali Abdelaziz. Ali Abdelaziz was in the octagon. There he is. He is Islam's manager. He was Habib's manager. And he is very well aware of the kind of the beef between Dylan Dennis and the team. Is this over? No, it's not. Here's Ali Abdelaziz.
This guy is nothing but an internet coward. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. And in a way, when you talk about people, like this is a warning for all these people who really talk. You cannot live this life behind a screen and a keyboard. When you're gonna meet the people you talk about, especially this group, they will hold you accountable. This guy is not safe as Whole Food, at an airport, at a terminal. And if people catch this guy, he's gonna have problems. He's not done. These people not done with him. For the rest of his life, he's not done. Him or Connor, they're not safe. Or they have to come out and say, you know what? We're sorry, we give up, we are done. And after that, you'll get mercy. But there's no mercy right now.
That's pretty ominous.
It feels like the Sen location.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The classic Khabib Sen location. No, he says Whole Foods is not even safe. I mean, I don't know if Dylan Dennis is a Whole Foods guy,
I don't know.
He might not be anymore. That's
a great clip.
That is. Yeah.
This is well beyond just some beef for a fight. This goes way deeper than that.
It's crazy this happened before the card, and they still went off without a beat.
Right, it was fine. You wouldn't have known anything happened. I'll tell you what, I think some of the guys who were in that fight, though, would have been in the octagon with Islam after the fight, but they had gotten kicked out.
His team would have been even bigger than that team photo, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, just utter dominance. Whole night.
It was.
Chatter's saying that fight was better than the actual fight that was going on.
That's the one thing. Although I will say, Islam, his stand-up is significantly better than Khabib's was. So I think he's more exciting from that standpoint, but I get fans don't like the takedowns. I know it.
Ultimately, those guys are just in it to smother. They're there to get wins. I mean, you should know. It's like running the ball over and over. It's like 10 tush pushes in a row. It's not fun to watch.
It's electric, man. I love winning games, man. I love, the fact that the 15-2 Philadelphia Eagles will win the Super Bowl this year against the 15-2 New England Patriots.
Hey, we'll see.
It'll be awesome.
I know what you meant though, Steve. Before live shot or no? Okay. All right, Lucas, you want to try to do this?
All right, thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Dylan.
Everyone say what up to Dylan. Say goodbye.
Dylan, the man.
See you soon.
Shout out, Dylan.
Here, let's do this real quick before my live shot.
Beast mode, it is not over. No, there's definitely going to be more stuff that comes out from this, I think.
Andy, do I have 3 minutes or so?
2 words, if they ever get into the octagon again, it's going to hit the fan. I completely agree.
Are they in weather, Anakin? Not yet? You think I have? Okay, just yell to me.
Yeah, guys, it was insane. If you watch that fight live, you could kind of just hear it on the side. They didn't really show it, but it was pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda, I definitely can if we have time after this. If not, remind me tomorrow.
How? Maybe 2.5 or so minutes, Steve, till I got to walk up. What do you think? You want to hold? Okay.
Just post it on the site.
Well, I mean, I told Anakin to just yell for me. If I have to go, I can just go. But whatever you think. You want to try? Okay, let's try it.
Shannon, can you add that salary?
Let's try and get this done. Yeah. We'll try if we can do Boyd real quick. Okay. Yeah. No sound, right? Okay. All right. Lucas. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Babcock and Lucas here. A scary, scary incident on Saturday night into Sunday morning, Lucas. Chris Boyd, 29-year-old defensive back for the New York Jets, was literally shot in Midtown Manhattan and was rushed to a hospital in critical condition, literally fighting for his life. Now, it sounds like he is now stable, critical still, but stable. So I think he is going to survive this. But it's a terrifying situation. Now, the details are still not clear, but there was an altercation involving Chris, perhaps some other teammates, and another group of men, Lucas. And again, he winds up getting shot at least one time in the abdomen before these other people, bolt out of there. And as NYPD are now searching for this person who they believe is responsible for this shooting.
Right, and they shared images Monday morning of someone who they believe could be connected to the shooting Other than that, we don't have much information about this at all. And hopefully we get that as time goes on, especially regarding Boyd's health status. It's a scary situation, and for some reason, NFL players have been involved in things like this over the past few years. But
Pearsall, right? That happened 2 years ago, I think that
Robinson.
was. Brian Robinson, too, yeah. I mean, look, maybe you can trace that to just an increase in violence, period. But, I mean, it's scary. Look, he's at a fancy restaurant, and he is, eating dinner, and then sometime later this happened. So it's not that he was doing anything wrong, at least from what we know. And for something like that to happen in just, again, in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, it's disconcerting to say the least. He hasn't played this year yet. He was actually dealing with another football-related injury. Obviously, I think now you're not going to see him on the football field this season. You obviously hope the guy's okay here going forward, and you hope police find who is ever responsible for this violent crime.
I think it's all we can really say about it.
Yeah, I really think that's kind of it. Thanks, Anakin. That's really all the info, right, Steve?
Yeah.
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 I'm enjoying the sports.
All right, now we're going to our segment with Melissa, who's doing, as always.
As always.
The glue that holds us all
Lisa,
together.
yes, this is a very sad story. It's unfortunate. I feel like that a lot of that this is becoming an all too common occurrence with these kinds of gun-related incidents with these major athletes. Hoping for nothing but the best for him, his family, and everything like that. Joe, you think it was probably a robbery? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure more details and stuff will come out once, because they have pictures, right, of the alleged shooter. So hopefully that guy gets brought into custody soon.
Someone they believe is connected to the incident.
So hopefully that he gets brought into custody soon, and we can kind of start to get more answers regarding this. Beast mode, yeah, it is really crazy. It's very sad. Lisa, how's it going? Amanda, you worked with the police, and you wouldn't believe the things that they hear. Thank goodness they're willing to do it, because I know I would. Yeah, I mean, police, it's definitely a pretty brutal job. I mean, depending on, the areas you're in and, like, the situations that you're put into, it's a very tense, scary situation and occupation. 2 words, you think people are getting more shifty about how they're committing crimes, so it's more difficult to figure out facts? I mean, it's funny that in a time where we have more access to information than ever, it's a little bit, sometimes gets harder to figure things out. It's not as black and white as you would think.
When there's an active investigation too, you don't want to put just everything out there all at once, and you have to plan, what is going to be the response when details come out. Things like that. It's, police are doing their absolute best job. NYPD is on it. They're doing what they can, and as soon as we are able to share more, we will. You hear things, and you just have to double confirm with other independent sources on things. But regardless, I mean, when someone's just out at dinner, just having fun with their friends and stuff, pulling a gun out, just seems really silly.
Yeah.
Especially with the serious consequences that can come with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I feel like maybe for some of the people who are watching that don't know the kind of the process of how this information gets released, it's not just all, you can't just release everything that you think at the very first.
Or like, oh, well, I heard someone say this and everything, like they got to make sure everything is
double, triple
concrete,
check,
fact, and then they put it forward.
Okay. Brienne, you work with the LAPD.
Hoping the next update we get is that he's doing well.
Yeah. I mean, you said he's stable at the moment? Okay, well, that's, at least, obviously, the situation's very, very sad and everything, but all things considered, it's good to hear that he's in stable condition, and hopefully that it continues to improve from there. Dylan, you love the stream and you love the chat. Dylan, we love you. We love you coming in. We love you coming in and talking UFC and all of the stuff that you know about. It's awesome. We need just like Jose, like, down for Dylan, or chilling with Dylan for like a little asset.
Dylan, not Dennis.
Yes.
That's his graphic. He's Dylan, not Dennis.
Dylan, not Dennis. Wait, yeah, that's a good one. What do you What do you have planned for tonight, Lucas? You have anything fun going on? Watching Monday Night Football?
Get home, Peloton. And I mean, the Peloton's gonna be like an hour. So Monday Night Football on delay.
Okay.
Even though my fantasy week is ruined, but
Yep.
I'm happy to just have access to Monday Night Football again. As someone who was impacted by the Disney and YouTube TV saga, just hearing those voices on Monday night is going to be plenty for me.
There you go.
I have some new candles in my apartment too. Oh my goodness. 'Tis the season.
Some holiday scented ones? Heck yeah.
I'm a big sucker for those.
Oh my gosh, yeah, almost in a week, because Thanksgiving's next week, right? It is officially on the Christmas countdown, which I am so excited about.
I'm just so happy.
Yeah,
like the holiday season is my jam. And I got rain the past few days. Like, what did I do? Like,
I love the rain, man. I really do.
I had we have a back patio door. I had that wide open the whole weekend. Can't beat it. Smokey was confused. He was like, "What is
that?" His first time seeing rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the pleasure to meet young Smoke this week, and what a guy he is.
He was asking about you. He's like, "Where's he?"
Man, that cat is one of the cutest little creatures I've ever seen in my entire life. We are big fans of young Smoke on this stream.
He's the best.
2 words. You think I'm going for the Raiders over the Cowboys? You assume correct. You assume correct.
Why's that?
I literally there's very few things that I would not do to just make sure that the Cowboys never win anything ever again. That's the only. I don't hate a lot of things. I think hate is a very strong word. I think the only thing I do hate is the Dallas Cowboys. But you know, you kind of feel bad for them. They're not very good now, and they haven't been for a long time.
It's cute that they try, right?
It's really cute that they show up every day and put their little uniforms on, their little star, their little America's team bit, and this is our year. It's always so adorable. I love it. The rain is great. 2 words. I don't think I could ever live in like a Seattle where it's like raining every single day. But I do enjoy like a good like on Sunday I got to to sit inside and or I got to sit in my garage and watch football all day while it was raining outside, and it was very nice. I finally get to wear like hoodies outside, which is awesome.
Dust off the hoodies, bring them in.
I have all these rain jackets that I get to wear just for these days of the year that I'm like, yes, this is awesome. The one thing is I do have all this winter gear from Colorado that just is just taking space up in my. It's like, what am I going to use a big old like Gore-Tex rain or snow jacket for? Just I don't need it.
I have a raincoat that I got for my trip to Italy. Thank goodness I did, because it was downpouring for half the time I was there. But I was like, I'm never going to wear this again. So a weekend like this.
It's funny because in Colorado you would think with how the weather changes every season, it's very season to season, that you'd get more rain there, but it's never rains. It's always just during the summer you'll get some showers a little bit, but then for the most part it's just snow. So I love the switch up of rain. We love the rain because we don't get much of it. Bran, yeah, I mean it's dry over here, so it's always good to see. Dylan, you put up your Christmas tree this weekend. I'm for the first time going to get my own Christmas tree for my house, and I'm very excited about it. And I got I don't know if you guys know, but the Eagles offensive linemen like Jason Kelsey, Jordan Mailata, they sing Christmas carols and a Philly Christmas, and they had little figurines that they came out with, and I bought that. I'm going to put them on my mantle because we love the Eagles.
Sweet
here.
in Philly.
They're so during the Christmas time
throw ice at
we classically love the holidays and all the holiday figures historically in Philadelphia. Santa had it coming, I actually said there was
famous incident.
Very fit. I saw a pretty funny video I'll show you after this of this guy who's every Philadelphia Eagles fan ever.
Right.
And it was one of the bits in it was oh my God, it's Santa. Where are the snowballs at? You guys don't know, famously the Eagles, when we were real bad back in the day, started throwing snowballs at Santa Claus. In true holiday, in the true spirit of Christmas.
Right. Real quick, guys, as we await, hopefully LaShawn.
All
we need to do is
Eagles
a goodbye.
legend.
Yep. So
okay, let's do that now, Steve. Right?
Yep. We can do it now. Just you and Lucas. Lucas, we're just going to update Jamar Chase.
Okay.
So before we go, and we could go a minute 15, we're fine.
Do you want to read any of that statement, Lucas?
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to say, because we have it from the NFL now.
Yep.
Any act. Okay. Okay, and you said we're coming off his Makachev? Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'll say before we go. Okay, cool. So, all right, Lucas, before we go, we talked about Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey and Spitgate a little bit earlier in the show. We speculated what might be a penalty or punishment from the NFL, and now we've got our answer.
Yep. NFL,
Were they buying it? Were they buying it?
No, not at all. They said Jamar Chase is a liar. Long story short. But they said, yeah, it's unsportsmanlike conduct, and they actually spelled it out. They said it was violating Rule 12, Section 3, Article 1, which applies to any act which is contrary to the generally understood principles of sportsmanship. Suspended 1 game without pay. Now, he'll be able to appeal, but I don't know what his stance is going to be able to be if he tries to appeal.
No, and it seems right. And obviously, it's clear that the NFL believes he has already lied, so I don't think that's going to make him any friends in this appeal process anyway. I'm sure he is going to appeal because you're talking about a guy who makes like $40 million a year, obviously is incredibly well paid, and losing a game check is like $2 million, right? So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I am not so sure that this is an appeal that Jalen Ramsey is ultimately going to win here. So, but look, Bengals not going anywhere this season, so it's not like you've got a team that may or may not make the playoffs here. He'll likely have to sit out a game, and it's the price to play. The rules are pretty clear. We have got to go. Mojo, I almost said it's a habit. Mojo, it's more buff than Mojo. Enjoy the Monday Night Football game. We'll see you tomorrow.
You did say Jalen Ramsey.
What?
You did say Jalen Ramsey about appealing.
Oh, Steve, I said Jalen Ramsey.
I don't think this is something Jalen Ramsey will be able to appeal.
Yeah. Hey, LaShawn, how are you?
What's up, guys?
What's
you guys
up, brother?
Pretty good.
Good. It's Michael, Luca, and Lucas who are here. Thanks for doing this, LaShawn.
Flag was fly. I see the hoodie.
You see this guy? We literally asked him the other day. What was the question when we talked about? Thank you.
What would be like your dream interview?
Yeah, dream interview. And
he's like, I got
LaShawn
two.
McCoy.
There's a current player, but a former player, and then he's like LaShawn McCoy. And
there you go.
Shady, huge fan.
Appreciate it, man. Well,
we're
listen,
making
man,
dreams come true, Shady.
we got a lot of good things going on with the Eagles right now. We're going back to back.
Absolutely.
Y'all know that.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. I already said after we lost our second game that we were going to go on, win every other game, go 15-2, win the Super Bowl again.
You're on the way.
You already know.
What do you think of this? Steve, give me that once more, too. Yeah. LaShawn, talk to me about last night, about the PI.
Oh, gosh.
That was bullshit. But, and wins a win. You know what? I never liked the officials, but I had this one official one time. He said, Shady, stop complaining. He said, do you make every touchdown every time you touch the ball? Do you make every catch when they throw you the ball? Do you make every block? Do you make every guy miss? And I'm like, no. He says the same for us. Like, we miss calls. And when he told me that, that's all. You know what? I'm not gonna blame the refs no more.
That's real.
There we go. Are you a ban the tush push kind of guy, or are you stop it?
You know, I'm in the middle though, right?
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, that is my guy for a long time. We've been friends. And I can only imagine if I was in his position, the year he had last year, and it was a great year. It's the best running back year we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it could have been better.
Oh, you want those touchdowns, right?
Maybe 10 more touchdowns, right? But so I don't like it for that point. But I mean, it is a football play, and I hate how people are trying to stop it just because you can't stop it. Like, there's 32 teams. There's not a rule that says, hey, every team will do the tush push, but you guys.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you go out there and try it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you might be good at it like we're good at it.
Nobody can do it, man.
Right. We've seen other teams try it and it fail miserably. Nobody does it like the Eagles do it. Do you feel like offensively, especially that things that they've kind of gotten this thing going in the right direction again after, the loss to the Giants, a month ago or so is, things were looking a little rocky at that point.
You know what? We are such a good, talented team that people feel like we should never have a hard game or we can't lose, right? I watch all these other teams that are really, really good. They lose a game and there's not a panic, right? But for us, everybody's panicked. I think because we're so good. I'm not sure if the offense got better, but even last year, there's been some games last year we ran the ball actually, extremely well last year. But there might be some games we didn't throw the ball well, right? But we still won. Yep. And not only did we won a championship that way. You know what I mean? So we might want it to look better, but we do know that if it doesn't look better, we've seen the same results last year. It ended up in green confetti.
Who do you think is are the Eagles the best team in the NFC right now? Are the Rams the best team? Who do you think who is the favorite right now?
I mean, this is a good question. It's a great question you asked, right?
Well, thank you.
So, the Eagles, I would say the top teams would be the Lions, the Eagles, and the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those would be my three, yeah.
The good thing about this thing in the NFL is you got to play these games.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
played the Rams. Check, beat them. Okay, and then we just beat the Lions' ass last night. So I would say that the defending champs are still the number one team in the NFC, also in the NFL.
That's fair. There's not,
Shady, I completely agree with you. I could not agree more with you.
Come on now. Hey, listen, real quick. That hoodie is nice. I might have to call and make sure I get the same one.
Thanks, man. This is awesome, dude.
Oh, he's good. You're making his
this is like the coolest thing ever, man. I can't even lie. This is awesome.
You have some stuff people wanted to ask?
Yeah, Shady, we had put a poll up on our socials today asking what the people, our fans, our followers wanted to ask you. One of the questions they asked was, do you think the Eagles offense is hurting more by trying to just force feed A.J. Brown versus, just kind of going with the script and playing to the, we usually play the team that we're playing pretty well. We play to their competition, right? Whether it's running the ball or passing. But do you think it hurts having to force feed A.J. a little bit more?
No, I won't say hurt us. I do think in the ideal world, you should try to get Saquon the ball. You should try to get AJ the ball and Devontae the ball. That should be like the main things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of GMs or owners that would love to have the wide receiver and running back dynamic that we have.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we can maybe scheme up a little bit better. Right. Find ways to give them the ball, but I don't know if we should need to force it. But I just think that is a good idea if we're trying to get AJ and these other guys the football.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that AJ and the team, especially since the comments that kind of aired last week, how the team responded this week, with the stuff coming out about the meeting with Jeffrey Lurie, and kind of how they performed last night? Obviously, AJ didn't have a crazy game, but the team still won.
Yeah, well, that's Eagle football for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at the last couple of years that we've had this type of offense, it always wasn't as explosive. There's times where Jalen might have 130 yards, right? And we're not throwing the ball well, but we still find ways to win. And the name of the game is winning. So last night, nobody blew up the stat sheet, but we found a way to win.
Absolutely.
And I think, we forget that part of it. We forget why we play the game. Yeah, we won stats, and great players want to have great games, but they want to win championships. And that's what we're on the stage to do right now, win championships.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Do you guys have anything else? I'm trying to find more from.
I wanted you to get
my moment.
And I want you to get the social.
Well, Shady, what you were saying earlier about when Saquon, could have gotten a few more push touchdowns. Then he would have broken your record, man. Can't have that. Got to keep some records.
Well, I will say this. I am the all-time leading rusher, so that's the record you got to go get. But one record I wouldn't mind him breaking. My rushing record, because I think 2 years ago, Jalen Hurts almost broke it. And I'm like,
I can't be a
if you let him
quarterback,
break my record off the push, I'm going to be pissed. With Saquon, he breaks the I get it. Running back, have a great career. Scoring touch, I'm okay with that. So if anybody could break my rushing record, I wouldn't mind to be Saquon.
Right, okay. Can't be a quarterback.
It's a good point. Yeah, because I thought about that because he was like at 14 or something. It was crazy.
I think mine is at 17.
Yeah, well, yours was at 17, but I think Jalen got to like 14, and I was like, oh my God, he's close. That is hilarious.
Shady, let me get you on this because this is really awesome here. You obviously have your Shades of Greatness scholarships. You got your Shades of Greatness Foundation. You have an event coming up only a couple weeks now. It's Saturday, December 6th. You've got the Friends of Shady Gala, I think kind of helping, sort of mentoring at-risk youth out there. Can you tell us about the event and what you got going on and why this is something near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, well, you know what? So I'm in LA out here doing a lot of the TV stuff, so I'm out here permanently. And I don't get to go to a lot of Eagle games like I used to, but they have a game coming out. They play the Chargers. And Eagles is my biggest background, and my foundation. We do a lot of inner city stuff with the kids, the communities, different holidays, giving back. Christmas drives, Thanksgiving feeding families, Christmas also adopting families, and then also we even stepped it up a notch where we're doing affordable houses. People that may need help with housing, we just did a 50-unit or 52 unit affordable houses for the people in the inner city. So we're doing a lot of different things, man. But this gala's gonna be big because a lot of the money is gonna be donated to my foundation, and that we can also, help different communities, right? In Harrisburg, Philadelphia, all these different places. And we thought it'd be better to do it out here in LA. It's a lot of money, a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of Eagle fans coming out. So make sure a lot of the Eagle fans step out to the gala and come look nice. Come look nice also. But yeah, man, just trying to do more things in the community. It's always thinking about my purpose. Yeah, I was a really good running back and I'm doing a lot of good things. But I think my purpose is always to give back, and there might be a kid out there or a family out there that needs to hear that and need to see that type of love.
That's amazing. How can people, if they want to help, how can they find out more information? How do they help the cause, Shady?
Yeah, so they can go to my Shades of Greatness website, and we'll have different things there. We'll have the dates, the times, and everything you need. And that's how better. Or if you want to hit me up on social media, Shady McCoy, real simple, on Instagram and on Twitter or X. Now it is Cut on Dime. Right, questions you need, I have somebody on there answering everything. And like I said before, shadesofgreatness.com. They have everything on the website.
That's awesome. Obviously, an incredibly worthy cause. Anything else you want to say to the man?
You're a legend, man. Favorite Eagle of all time.
I got one more.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All right,
fly was fly. Hey, look, get your Super Bowl outfit ready because we are going back. Okay.
I've got options, Shady. I got options. Okay.
There you go.
You might have to give Shady that.
Shady, I have just one more for you. Are you keeping up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe by chance?
I learned my lesson with that, man. I learned my lesson. Hey, look, real quick. I didn't know that people would get into it like that. So the moral of the story is, right, true story. My son is 13 right now. This was years ago. I forgot how old he was. But we would have this thing where after every movie and after every football game, right, me and him, we do interviews. So when he plays bad, I interview him, messing with him, and vice versa. And then after movies, we talk about it. So he wanted to go see the end game. So I said, we'll go see it. Now, I'm not really into that. I didn't know that grown-ups, and this sounds so stupid, but I didn't know that grown-ups was that into right. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So we go to the movie, and they actually it was what's it called when you go before everybody else sees it? What is that called again?
Like a pre-screening?
Pre-screening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So we go there, we watch it, and my son's all heartbroken and this and that. So I was really messing with him. So I was like, oh man, rest in peace to Tony Stark and this and that. And it blew up. I remember going to grocery stores and older ladies. I'm thinking they want to take a picture with me. But at this time I was in my prime. I was really, really good. And she was like, Shady McCoy. I'm like, yes, ma'am. How you doing? Nice to meet you. And she would be like, why would you spoil the end? So I'll just say I apologize. I wish I never did it.
That's an amazing story.
True story, though. True story.
That's awesome. LaShawn, thank you again for everybody out there. Friends of Shady Gala going down Saturday, December 6th. Go to LaShawn's social media pages for all of the information. We'll get the URL on the screen as well, too. Shady, thank you, brother. We really appreciate your time, man.
Thanks, guys. Fly was fly.
Fly was fly, Shady.
Yeah. Thanks, LaShawn.
Yes, that was awesome. Yes,
awesome.
That was like a childhood holy
that's great
moment. That's awesome.
Now we just got to get Carson Wentz for you.
I know. Wow.
Is Carson Wentz the other guy?
Yeah.
All right. We gotta work on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
That was great. That seemed a very, very cool, foundation and all that event that he's got going on. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very worthy cause. Steve, so I got this. Okay.
Do it.
All right. I'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh, Dylan, I'm sorry, man. I should have asked that.
What do you want?
Who his favorite young running back is, and Travion Henderson ?
Yeah, there was a lot that we could have.
2 words, Rams house. Oof,
I think the Rams are the best team right now.
I do too, but
it's good. I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. But once Thanksgiving hits, the NFL season's crazy. It just takes off.
A lot of really good games. I mean, this season's been, it's fun. It's been fun to not see everybody in the same teams.
Yeah, it's not the same, right? The Chiefs. But I'll tell you who's not going to be in the Super Bowl. The Browns or the Giants.
You don't know that.
Maybe. Bye, guys.